The worldwide CEO of FCB, Carter Murray, was in India recently, and we caught up with him for a candid conversation about the new leadership at FCB Ulka and why he thinks India is a critical market for the group. Here are snapshots of his interview with Pradyuman Maheshwari.
Your fourth or fifth visit in 2 years? So you've been in India very often?
Yes, I come a lot. It's an important market for us and for our clients. So I think it's important to be here, not just talk about how important it is, but actually come and be here. My first 1 or 2 times were just to get to know the management team and some of the clients, and we've made a few changes and some promotions from within and brought some new people in, and yeah, it's an exciting time.
Quite a few changes, I must say.
Some changes. I mean, we have a new CEO that I'm excited about. We promoted Nitin from within, and we brought in a new creative partner. So yes, a busy time.
Well, the client relationships of FCB Ulka are legendary. You've had clients from over 2 decades. But that also makes it a little challenging when you have a transition in the leadership.
Like I said, we promoted from within, and I think that's a reflection of people that are really good at what they do. And when you have long-term client relationships, it's normally because you made a difference on their business over a prolonged period. So I think it's about getting the balance right of bringing some fresh perspective in, but also recognizing the people who are already there and promoting the right people from within.
In your presentation that you made at Goa Fest, you spoke about various trends that are happening internationally. Now, do you think, as an agency, FCB Ulka in India is ready for those?
Well, I think as ready as any agency in India. I think you know, there's a lot of change happening here, but I think some of the adoption of when you think about social media, but also about data and how to use data, and the new marketing world that's really hit, you know, the Koreas, the Japans, the United States head on. I think it's a very exciting time, sort of a pivotal time over the next 3 or 4 years in India, to see how India embraces that world as more and more of India comes online. And I think we're pretty well positioned with our talent to be able to embrace that as it happens.
In terms of the creative work that is being produced out of India, what is your view?
When you look at our creative reel year on year, I think it's constantly improving, and I'm really proud of that. I think we have some high notes, like all agencies, and I'd like us to have more of them. I think bringing Swati on board as our new Chief Creative Officer is a huge statement of where we want our creative to go.
You know, FCB Ulka has not been winning really very much in the award circuit. Is that an agenda that you're looking at, or is it basically client satisfaction that is most important?
I think awards are actually important. I think it's, I don't think they're everything. I don't think that's what we should be our only focus. I think that the focus is to have great creative that drives clients' business.
So what are your targets for the India office in terms of revenues, in terms of business, in terms of?
Well, I can't
awards?
give you the specific targets. You know, I think, you know, my target for Rohit and for Swati and for the teams is very clear. It's, I want you to create an agency where the talent wants to run to work in the morning. I want you to create an agency where you have brilliant people that walk into work every day and want to learn from the person on their left and their right. I want it to be an agency where clients feel we're never finished. We're always trying to improve, we're always listening, we're always learning.
FCB Ulka in India has been known as an agency run by suits, has been run by the planners and the like.
I'm not sure that image is entirely fair, but when I arrived, what I found was a group of people that weren't that interested in PR, that weren't that interested in telling their story. They were focused on doing great work for clients, making sure they understood the client's problems. So I can understand how that perception happened. I can assure you, our agenda, the reason that FCB is a global company is experiencing a lot of positive momentum all over the world, is our focus on the creative product and having a creative culture. So, you know, if ever there's a feeling that we are just driven by account management, I think we won't have succeeded as a company.
You know, one of the grey areas which is the integration of Lodestar as part of FCB Ulka. So could you elaborate on what the focus is going to be, relationship is going to be?
I think as a network, where we are strongest is where we have media and creative working seamlessly together. So I think in India, actually, we have it right. We have our media and our advertising agencies working seamlessly together. And I think that's a huge advantage for us.
In terms of integrated working, it will obviously have an impact on the people who are helming it, right?
I don't see any change in the organizational structure that we have today. I think we have I think you can see by our success we have great people in a structure that works today, and that's important to me.
A question that I'd asked Rohit when he had just joined was that as an agency, you have got fantastic clients, you've got clients who've been there for over the years, but it's got a perception that it's a fuddy-duddy agency.
Is that a word? I'm really proud of our agency. I think we haven't necessarily PR'd ourselves the way other agencies have, and we have some very interesting, dynamic, talented people who do great work for our clients. So, I think part of Rohit and Swati's remit is to make sure that the people that work so hard every day and the talent focused on great work get the recognition they deserve.
Great. Thank you, Carter.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much.